Whoa, my third episode. Things are coming along swimmingly, but they're not coming along swimmingly if you see the mess in front of you. Welcome back to episode 3 of my stupid, ridiculous conlang. Today we're exploring the 17 tenses. Like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell if you wouldn't want to miss more conlang content, like you probably already have. Okay. So you know how English has the basic tenses, past, present, future. If you really want to get technical, you put past, perfect, and imperfect, which really just means did it already happen or did it already happen and could still be happening? Yeah, like the dog ran, which is past perfect, meaning that the dog has ran and has now stopped. But the dog was running implies that the dog ran but also could still be running. That's past imperfect, which are just 2 of the 17 tenses in my overly ridiculous tense system. So on the left column you see the tense itself, in the middle you see the example sentence, and on the right you see how it will be set up in the language when I get all that worked out. The next episode should be on, I've had to delay it a little bit because, it's take a little longer than I thought. Maybe I'm just lazy. It's on, vowel phonology rules, which is basically special sounds that just vowels themselves will make. Like, just a spoiler alert, Y-E, which is E, and E would be yeah, like in yet. So, So the first tense is the present tense. I don't think I really need to explain anything with the present tense because you should know what the present tense is. Basically, something that's happening. The dog is running, which is derived from, in the language rule we set up as the dog run. And just to let you know, if I could have went ultra hardcore on this and made 51 tenses, but I thought it's for the better. It's really for the better. Because I was originally going to split this up into 2 different set of tenses, a simple and a complex, where the simple is just the dog is running with no object, where the dog is the subject and is running is the object, because my language is OSV, object, subject, verb. Mary opens the door becomes the door, not the door opens, Mary, oh god, no. The door is what Mary opens, but in the dog is running, there's no object, so it would just be the dog run. But in the complex, it would be the dog is running to the store. It would be the store is where the dog runs to. So okay. So the present habitual is the dog always runs. Habitual is just like you get up and do it. Like every morning I get up and brush my teeth. Or every morning I get up and watch the news, or every morning I get up and play a game of chess with my grandson. So that's what this is. The dog always runs, which is derived from dun 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 dun. The dog always runs. The present continuative is pretty much the past imperfect, but it's the present imperfect. It's the dog still runs. It has already ran and is continuing to run. It's derived from the dog does run. Now, backstory on this. I just came back from a trip to Louisiana. I went to New Orleans, so saw the big aquarium there. But on the way back about an hour ago, I was thinking about this, and I was thinking one of my favorite songs is "Tick Tick Boom" from the Hives. Kai, if you're watching this, you already know this, but yeah. In the chorus, there's a line that goes, "I've done it before, and now I'll do it some more." So that's pretty much where this is stemming from. I've done it before, and I'll do it some more. Can essentially mean I've done this action. I've already did this action, and I'll continue to do this action, or I did this action and will continue to do it, or I didn't do action, or the dog did and does run. It's way too lengthy for this, and no one's watching anymore, but hey, it's for content. Necessitive. What do I need to say other than the dog needs to run and it derives from the dog needs run? Conditional, if the dog is running, derives from if the dog run. Necessitive, that's supposed to be C-O-N-D. Conditional is if the dog needs to run, if the dog needs to run. Boom, now we're into past tenses. Past perfect, the dog ran, or the dog run before. This is just saying the dog has already ran and has stopped. It happened in one time frame or previously over an indefinite amount of time frames, but not currently. The dog was running. This is, or the dog ran indefinitely before. Yep. You can see that as a word in my language. Ran indefinitely before. Back on track here. This is saying that the dog was running and may still be running, but we don't know. Meaning, maybe the dog has been running since the day it was born. Maybe it's just been happening indefinitely and will happen indefinitely. I don't know. Past habitual is the dog used to run. So it's basically like saying, I used to get up and tickle my son awake. I don't know. I don't know anymore. I give up. But yeah, it just basically means something that you used to do all the time, something that you used to do habitually. Then there is past necessitive. If the dog needed to run, the dog needs to run before is what it stems from. Past conditional. If the dog ran. If the dog ran before is what it stems from. Past necessitive conditional. If the dog needed to run, it stems from if the dog needs run before. Now we're into the future tenses. First we have future perfect, which is the dog will run, time of future. Say the dog will run tomorrow. This is saying that the dog will run tomorrow. It'll happen at one time frame. Tomorrow. Well, that's multiple time frames, but it's a definite time frame. Future imperfect. Okay, it sends after the dog run after definitely time in future. The future imperfect stems from the dog will run. We don't know when it's going to run or how long it will run for. We just know it will run sometime in the future. It could be indefinitely, it could be for the rest of its life. I don't know, that's just what imperfect means. Then there's future necessitive, if the dog will need to run. Future conditional, if the dog will run. And finally, future necessitive conditional, if the dog will need to run. Wow. So I mentioned earlier that I could have had 51 tenses. I explained the other 17, but there are more that I could have added. First, I forgot what it was. Okay, whatever, I forgot. I don't need to explain all that because that's just gonna make this video an extra 35 minutes longer. Well, I don't need that. So, like, subscribe, comment, share, and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss more conlang content. Sayonara.